And welcome you back to Arocha Ballpark as we get ready for the top half of the 7th inning. It has been deadlocked at 0-0 for the entire game, despite both teams having runners in scoring position, the bases loaded, but no team has been able to break through and get the first run of the game. 4 hits for the Red Raiders, 4 hits for the Jayhawks, 1 error for Texas Tech, 2 for Kansas, and no score. As we lead off the top of the 7th inning, Lizzie Ludwig still in the circle, going up against Ariana Villa, the leadoff hitter in the 7th for the Red Raiders. On deck, Riley Love. She'll come to bat after Dee McClarity batted for her last time. First pitch, grounded to Olivia Bruno, and she steps on the bag with ease. So the first pitch to Villa, easily out. That's already 1 down here in Kansas. They've been kind of flying defensively through these Texas Tech top half of the innings.
Well, you've got to thank Lizzie Ludwig for that. She's been attacking the Red Raiders batters early and often in the count, working ahead, and she gets 1 pitch, 1 out here to start the 7th.
This first pitch to Riley Love is outside for ball 1. We saw Dee McClarity come up to bat for Riley Love back in the 4th. Well, Love comes back in and will bat here in the 7th. She's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And she takes a ball at the knees, just a little bit low for ball 2. So 2-0 for Ludwig. Ludwig has only been down in the count 3-0 2 times today, and she's fought back every time. See if she can throw a strike here on 2-0. Here's the pitch. There you go. There's a strike from Ludwig. That one's just outside.
Yeah, that looked like a very similar spot to the pitch that was called a ball right before that. But a good adjustment from Ludwig. Ludwig gets the strike.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the delivery from Ludwig. This one's hit to Anderson at third. She had trouble with the ball, but flips it over to Olivia Bruno at first for the 2nd out. So despite Ashlyn Anderson having a little bit of trouble fielding that ball, she still made it work. One of the best defensive fielding players on the team.
Yeah, Ashlyn Anderson, a great job being aggressive and coming to attack that ball. Instead of letting it be a tweener hop, she comes up and picks it up on the short hop, throws it on the run to first for the 2nd out.
Red Raiders will get their 8th batter coming up. It's Kennedy Kreitz, who is 1 for 2 on the day. She grounded out to third base back in the 5th. Got a single back in the 3rd. She comes up in the 7th with 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 from Ludwig. And that's a beautiful pitch by Ludwig right at the knees of Kreitz. And now the crowd starting to get louder and louder. This could be KU coming up in the bottom of the 7th with a chance to walk it off. If Ludwig can make it out of this with no runs allowed. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no score. Here's the pitch from Ludwig to Kreitz. And that one's low for ball 1.
That's a good waste pitch that time. She went off speed in the 0-1 count and froze Kreitz, got her watching a strike. Kind of gassed her up a little bit, went outside. She can go pretty much anywhere she wants now in this 1-2 pitch.
Ludwig delivers. This one's hit up the middle and diving to make the catch is Kreitz, but she didn't get to it in time, and the inning continues. So Kennedy Kreitz gets on base with 2 outs.
Great piece of 2-strike hitting there by Kreitz. Didn't necessarily barrel it up, but caught just enough to get it over the glove of Kreitz. On into right field for a hit, and the Red Raiders now have life here in the 7th.
Yeah, Kreitz has made a catch kind of like that during a double play, but she had to dive for that one. Didn't get to it. So now it's Abby Orick, the bottom of the order. Takes a strike down the middle of the strike zone for strike 1. But Kennedy Kreitz standing on first this season. Kennedy Kreitz, when she's on base, overall hasn't actually tried to steal a base yet, so intending that she won't steal it here. Here's the 0-1. This one's hit on a line out to left field, and making the grab is Presley Limbaugh, as it stayed up just enough for her to react in time and make the catch for out number 3. So Texas Tech gets a base runner with 2 outs, but they can't capitalize on it. It's been a common theme today for both teams. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th with KU a chance to win it No score, Rocha Ballpark. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Rocha Ballpark. We're ready for the bottom of the 7th inning. It's all on the line now. KU, no score in the game. They have a chance to win it right now, and Ashlyn Anderson leads off for the Jayhawks with Sage Hoover remaining in the circle to pitch. 5 strikeouts for her in the game. Ashlyn Anderson has had some big multi-base hits this season. She's been able to get on base a lot. She's a really good fielder, but when it comes to batting average, she's batting .241. That's 6th on the Jayhawks overall.
A power threat. She can win this game with one swing of the bat.
And she gets a hold of this one, and it might drop into right field. Yes, it will. It's going to get past the right fielder. Kaylee Wyckoff couldn't field it. Anderson turns for 3 and gets to third. A leadoff triple for Ashlyn Anderson on a weird hop over at right foul territory.
Exactly right, Kyle. It was just a blooper down the right field line that had some weird side spin on it, and Elder doesn't play it cleanly. It gets past her, and the Jayhawks have the game-winning run at third base. They just need a ball to the outfield to probably win it.
So what an at-bat to lead off the bottom of the 7th for KU. Peyton Renzi comes up to bat in place of Ainsley Linduff right now, with a chance to win it for the Jayhawks with a single. Even a flyout would maybe do the job as she takes the first pitch inside. Almost got hit by that pitch, but it's going to be ball 1. On deck is Haley Kripe for the Jayhawks.
The last time the Jayhawks had runners in scoring position, they chased a lot of pitches out of the zone and let Hoover get out of it. They've got to swing at their pitch until they get to 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch. Renzi fouls it off. On the top netting, and rolls back down. So 1-1 to Peyton Renzi. This time, they have only 1 runner on base with no outs.
It's the only runner that matters, though, Kyle. Yep. It's a scoreless game here in the bottom of the 7th.
5 hits for both teams. KU can win it. Just bringing Anderson home from third. Here's the 1-1, and Renzi fouls it off. It hit the helmet of Kennedy Kripes, the catcher. And it's now 1-2.
Now with 2 strikes, Renzi's got to. With 2 strikes, she's got to be in protect mode here. You do not want to strike out. You want to at least try and put this ball in play and give Anderson a chance to score.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and it's a really high pitch. Good glove there from Kripes, the catcher, to make sure that wasn't a game-ending wild pitch. And now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Renzi. It has been a runless game so far through 6.5 innings. Can Kansas get the game-winning run here in the bottom of the 7th? Renzi fouls it off the glove of Kripes, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, great job just getting a piece of that one. With 2 strikes, you have to swing at anything close, and that's that rise ball we've seen Hoover throw all day and be successful with it. Just catching a piece and trying to wait for a mistake from Hoover to try and end this ball game.
The outfield for Texas Tech, it's worth noting, is playing pretty close to the infield a little bit. They're expecting a little blooper. Try to throw it home. Renzi, gets a hold of this one, but it's left field foul. So the at-bat continues. It looks like maybe that would have a chance to get down the left field line and end this one.
What a battle going on right now between Hoover and Renzi. Good pitches being thrown by Hoover, but Renzi keeps catching a piece. Spoiling all the good pitches, hoping Hoover can make a mistake.
Sage Hoover this season doesn't have many losses at all. Here's the 2-2. Renzi takes this one high. It's going to be a full count, 3-2 to Peyton Renzi. This season, Sage Hoover only has 2 losses. She's 14-2. Kansas knocking on the door for a potential 3rd loss in the circle for Sage Hoover this year. She's been an ace in the circle for the Red Raiders when it comes to pitching. Here's the full count pitch. Renzi crushes this one into left foul territory. And the at-bat continues. I mean, the amount of pitches in this at-bat, it's racking up to potential double digits right now.
What an at-bat from Renzi with the game on the line. Keeps fouling off pitches, laying off the ones just out of the zone. She's seen everything Hoover's got. Now it's just a matter of can she come through with the big hit for the Jayhawks.
Peyton Renzi already has a hit today, a single. She hits this one in the air to foul territory, and luckily for KU's sake, it's going to land in the KU bullpen and will not be caught by Orick or Riley Love at short and third base. So the at-bat continues, and now this is 10 total pitches. The umpire has had to go from home plate and get more softballs because of the amount of foul balls that Renzi has hit in this at-bat. As Hoover needs to find the right spot here on this next pitch. Here's the 3-2, and Renzi hits this one out to left field. This one's deep. Might be deep enough. Peyton Blythe makes the catch. Anderson tags, and KU's going to win the ball game. Kansas wins on a sacrifice fly from Peyton Renzi, scoring Ashlyn Anderson from third, and the Jayhawks win a crucial one against the Red Raiders here on a Sunday afternoon at Arocha Ballpark. The sun's shining today, and there's a reason the Jayhawks win it.
What a great at-bat by Renzi. Fouls off dozens of pitches and finally gets one in the zone and hits it plenty deep out to left field. Does her job to perfection. Gets the sacrifice fly, brings the run home, and the Jayhawks even up the series at a game apiece. Now that's set up for a great rubber match at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
What a game it's going to be tomorrow, and what a game today by the pitching from both sides of the inning, rather. Sage Hoover, with 5 strikeouts, will get her 3rd loss of the season. Lizzie Ludwig comes into this game, also records 5 strikeouts, and Lizzie Ludwig this season will bring her win total up to 3-6. Wow, Brock, that was a very interesting game. The fact that it was the final score of 1-0 just baffles me still, with both teams having the bases loaded, but what an at-bat for Peyton Renzi.